Evidence released earlier this week appears to show what many people have been saying for years, that the consumption of red meat has potential links to a number of terminal illnesses. Say you eat processed red meat every day, for instance a hot dog or a couple of rashers of bacon. Well, the report says you're increasing by a fifth the chance of dying prematurely. Delving a little deeper, there's a 21% increased chance of dying from heart disease and a 16% greater chance of getting terminal cancer. But it's not just processed meats that's the killer, according to the study. It says that even fresh meat is responsible for millions of early deaths. So a daily serving of steak, lamb or pork raised the risk of premature death by 13%. Perry Thomas, a man very proud of where his meat comes from, how it tastes, and that it's rich in some rather important minerals. A butcher at Southampton market for a number of years, he says the research will be taken with a pinch of salt.
We used to sell lots and loads of steak because obviously all these gyms, doctors, local health centres and things like that, just like the gym over here, eat more chicken, obviously good for you chicken, white meat and things like that. Obviously the chicken nuggets and all that kind of stuff ain't as good as obviously fresh chicken or obviously things like that, or gammon or things like that.
Those I spoke to had heard of the research, but in the majority, concern was minimal.
With red meat, I think it's about eating a healthy, balanced diet. So I'm not going to eat red meat every day anyway. Might have it on Sunday for lunch because it's our wedding anniversary apart from anything else. So I'm not going to be having sleepless nights worrying about red meat.
If you have a huge amount of red meat, if you have a huge amount of fat, you're going to have problems. As long as you are careful with what you eat and you have a balanced diet, it's fine.
I've learnt about it quite a few years ago, and I personally don't eat red meat anyway, never would because of those reasons.
The idea of us eating less red meat, particularly processed, and replacing it with things like fish, veg and nuts is nothing new. What's different this time is the severity of the warning. And whilst there are those in this market who do not want to hear a word of this research, there are other traders who can simply not get enough of it.
These are things that I would know through the shop, through my customers, through my lifestyle. So it's good that it's come out, that more people know, because apart from cancers and things like that, you've got antibiotics in the meats. It's also high cholesterol it can cause, which obviously causes heart disease. So yeah, I'm pleased.
With the average intake of red meat already far lower in Britain than in America, it's understandable that for many people, the overriding factor that will sway them away from eating red meat is still that of price. Ben Treppus, Solent News.